Hi, I'm George Whitesides, Congressman for California's 27th Congressional District. On January 3rd, I was officially sworn into the 119th Congress to begin my first term representing the people of Southern California's Antelope Valley, Santa Clarita, and North San Fernando regions. Before being elected to the United States House of Representatives, I served as the Chief of Staff of NASA and co-founded an organization working to solve the growing wildfire crisis and implement solutions that better support our nation's brave first responders. In California, we're not strangers to wildfires and the dangers that they pose. But what I never could have imagined is that 3 days after I would take my oath of office, a series of devastating and highly destructive fires would erupt across Los Angeles County, the very place that my family and I call home. These fires, fueled by powerful winds and dry conditions, would go on to tragically claim the lives of 28 people, destroy thousands of homes and structures, and test the very strength of our communities. My thoughts continue to be with the incredible firefighters and first responders from California and across the country who have been working straight since that fateful day. And our efforts will stay focused on helping the families and the communities impacted to rebuild. In the days and weeks that followed these fires, I've been constantly reminded that our shared commitment as Americans to helping each other in times of need is one of our country's greatest strengths. I've witnessed that spirit, the quintessential American spirit, in neighbors helping neighbors, strangers lending a helping hand, and of course, in the heroic efforts of the firefighters who joined together, courageously battling the flames. I'm deeply grateful to the people from across the country for their outpouring of support to our county. Their actions are reflective of the strength and resilience of our community. What has, however, been a shock to my conscience is the hyper-politicization of our community's tragedy. Let's be clear. The federal government should never turn a blind eye to communities who are reeling from a natural disaster or place conditions on emergency disaster aid to American citizens. And the federal government should never threaten to freeze federal assistance that Americans across the country rely on. This illegal funding freeze would make it harder for people to get the basic services that they count on. And for communities like mine, that means a tougher time supplying first responders and firefighters with the critical safety equipment and firefighting tools that they need. Just in the past 24 hours, I've heard directly from local firefighters and fire chiefs who rely on federal grants to both employ their teams and to supply them with the best equipment available. Without federal assistance, they could lose their ability to do their jobs and to keep us safe. But let me be clear. House Democrats will not stand idly by as President Trump and extreme Republicans in Washington disrupt social safety nets and turn a blind eye to communities who are still grappling with the aftermath of a natural disaster. In the wake of what very well may be one of the worst natural disasters in California's history, we should be putting the victims of these fires first and doing everything we can to support the brave first responders who are risking their lives day after day, night after night, not participating in petty political games. And it's time for my colleagues in Congress to get serious and to work with us, not against us, in the effort to do what's right by the people we represent. To voice their outrage about these attacks on lifelines for folks who are looking to rebuild and recover. To speak up for first responders and law enforcement officials, and not just those here in Los Angeles County, but also for the police officers who were beaten, tased, and pepper sprayed during the January 6th attack on our nation's capital. To speak out against President Trump's pardons, effectively releasing these violent criminals into our communities and making America less safe. House Democrats in Washington are exploring every option to fight back, to restore critical funding, and to support communities in need. We believe in the American people. We will have their backs. We will have yours. And together, we will not only fight to build a country we can continue to be proud of, but one that the American people can believe in. Thank you.